Welcome back, Entertainment Daily lovers. Okay, so the family of Konga boss Nick Imudia refutes report that he died by suicide. Welcome, Entertainment Daily. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube and follow us on Facebook so you don't miss any breaking news, trending gist, celebrity gossip, content creators, saga, and more. Let's get right into this breaking news right about now. So, information coming out states that the family of late former chief executive of e-commerce giant Konga Nick Imudia has challenged the report claiming he died by suicide. According to the family, investigation was still ongoing on the cause of his death as suicide had been ruled out. So, in other words, they're saying suicide is not what happened, but something else. Okay, so leadership report that debunking the news report that Imudia had called his brother and daughter with instruction before his death. The family, in a statement signed by Dr. Anthony N. Imudia, said a reportage of the news of one-time Konga CEO's death whilst the family was in the hospital trying to resuscitate him was suspicious. The family of Nick Imudia is unhappy with the unprofessional manner the media has wrongfully characterized the reporting of Nick Imudia's death as suicide. This is also supported by the Lagos State Commissioner of Police office that has vowed to investigate the sudden death of Nick. Neither did Nick call his brother in America with instruction on how to distribute his wealth, nor placed a call to his daughter with any with any instructions. How come the news was reported so hastily, less than 3 hours from his death, before his family members even knew about it, and the medical team was still trying to resuscitate him at the hospital? The Imudia family wonders, stating that the former Konga CEO comes from a close-knit family where support abounds, the family added. Nick never showed any sign of stress and he was not diagnosed as depressed at any point. The thought of suicide in the manner portrayed and hastily reported by the news media is suspect. Nick Imudia, until his death, was the group CEO of the Light International with headquarters in Nairobi, Kenya, where he was residing. He managed his company worldwide, operating from Nairobi. Nick was full of life, and people that worked closely with him or met him in the last hours prior to the incident surrounding his death were shocked with the media attribution to his death. Okay, and they added that he was on a short visit to Lagos after a brief trip to the Netherlands and was to return to Nairobi a day after he suddenly passed away. Nick made his initial career mark with Nokia, the Finnish based telecommunication. So more stories are coming up, but the main thing that the family is trying to put out is the fact that who is the first person that gave that false information, from what the family is actually alleging now, that they did not release that, you know, information about him calling his brother in the United States, stating that this is how you distribute my wealth when I pass, and calling his daughter, telling her he loves her. And you know how people that want to take themselves out through this S manner, how some of them do. Some people leave a note, some people will leave a voice recording of some sort. Some people will be making calls that afterward people were like, okay, that call was weird, but as at the time the person was calling them, it didn't sound weird. But to think that the family, the brother and the daughter and every other member of the family is actually stating that at no point did he ever call to state that this is how my wealth should be distributed. My daughter, I love you, this and that, or say this to other family members and whatnot, it becomes suspicious. And I hope that they investigate this to the very last, because if the family was still in shock, they've not prepared themselves to release any official statement. The question is, who released this statement? The person should be fished out. And I will also add that when the person is fished out, they should try to find out why the person did this. Okay, what is your aim? What is your goal? Why are you in a haste to come out even before his family members to come and announce that this is how he passed? Are you trying to cover up something for yourself, something that you did, or are you trying to cover up for someone else, or is it a collective? Is it some group of persons that came together and planned to carry out something? But in order to quickly cover up, you had to put in, because hearing this on social media, nobody is going to question anything, because everybody would just believe, okay, this is a statement coming from his family, so this must be true. Investigation would not be carried out. But if, from what we're now finding out, now that the family has finally broken their silence and they've spoken out, then one thing we can all agree on is the fact that they did not release that statement. So why did the person that released the statement release the statement? And what is this investigation going to uncover? Because if they are telling us that he was in Netherlands, and then from Netherlands he went to Lagos for a meeting, and he was supposed to, fly down to Nairobi, Kenya, the next day, that doesn't look like someone that is planning to just go away. If he has all these plans, already set up, I believe his flight was already booked. If he was supposed to be flying out the next day, everything is already set. He knows he's leaving, and all of a sudden, he passes on. And then, even before the family is set to release official statement, somebody from nowhere came up with a statement like this. I think it is indeed suspicious, and investigations should be done. And I'm believing that when they do this investigation, they will be able to bring out more information, because everybody that saw that news actually reshared the news, spoke about it. So many persons worldwide, have actually seen this information. So investigations going on. I hope they will also update the media so people know where the case is going. And I pray that they get proper investigation for the family. The police and everyone involved will do a proper investigation for the family, and the main cause of death will be later on announced. Because if he truly did not take himself out, I don't want to be using that S word so much because on social media, so if he really didn't take himself out and somebody did it, or maybe it was just sudden illness or something, then that needs to be said so they can clear his name. Because a lot of questions, people were saying things like he's wealthy, he's got money, he's got family, he's got everything. He looks like he's in good health, he didn't look sick, this just happened all of a sudden. So why would he even do this to his family, to his children, to his loved ones? So that's not a good image to go out with. So people should be careful of the type of information. When you're not somebody's family member, do not be the first one to report the person's passing. Even if you were the only one that was with the person when the person passed, the first thing that you should do should not be contacting the blogs or the newspapers or whatever, or picking up your phone and posting stuff on social media. I think the first thing and the most reasonable thing to do is trying to contact the family members of that person. It is in their place to announce to the world if they want to, and at what time and place they want to. Give that to them. Respect people's privacy, because you never know. Not everybody really wants to talk about certain things. And because you're not directly related to someone, you might not feel the pain as much as the family members. It might not be as sensitive to you, because you might have seen several people pass every day anyway on social media. So when it's not really a close person to you, you might not feel anything. So this is very wrong on the part of the set of people or persons that actually released this type of information, knowing fully well that the family of the said person is yet to release an official statement. I think it is disrespectful. I don't care if you're a friend, you're a co-worker, you're his best friend, you're the closest pal to him, he spills all his secrets to you, and you know that some was going on. It is not in your place to help his family to report this. They know how they want to go about it, because sometimes people get to see that their family members have passed on social media. Okay, you don't wait for families. Some people are from very large families where you have to reach out to everybody, try to get the information across to everybody. That might take time. But when people are quick to post these things on social media, you don't know what you're doing to the families of the people that you're actually spilling their tea without their permission. Thank you so very much for watching, and drop your thoughts in the comment section. Follow and subscribe.